Hey WILDR folks, Keliesha here. This week's video is about the time I tried to learn how to snowboard. This is a totally different video than the one I thought I was going to make. For those of you who don't know me, I am a 30-year skier, which is crazy. I started when I was 2. My max number of days on snow in one season is 180. So I've done a lot of skiing in my day, and I'm pretty confident on any kind of terrain. But I've always been kind of snowboard curious, and last season my friend Julie took me out for a couple hours and taught me the basics, how to turn left and right, how to transfer and shift your weight, and I thought it was really fun. I also thought it was great for my brain to learn something that was sort of opposite of skiing in some ways. This fall, I heard that the Fistful of Turns race, which is a snowboard only race at our local hill, was gonna be back on this winter, and man, I really wanted to go in it. The Fistful of Turns event always looks amazing, but I never got to be a part of it because I didn't have the skill of snowboarding. So I had a goal, I had a timeline, now I needed a plan. My first course of action was asking a whole bunch of friends that I had that were snowboarders how to snowboard. The second plan I had was to go snowboarding at least once a week. I was coaching skiing 2 days a week, and so that would give me little chunks of time when ski coaching was done and the hill closed to try out these skills on my own. To be honest, it was going pretty good. I learned a lot, I fell a lot, and I expected this learning curve. I knew that when you're learning a new sport, at first you pick up some skills, then you go through a bit of a plateau, a valley of despair, a messy middle, if you will, when you're not making any more progress and you kind of feel like you're backstepping a little bit, and that totally happened to me. I went through all of that, and then all of a sudden,
and I'm finally learning how to carve a little more consistently.
The memories that I made while trying to learn this new skill, I will not forget. I won't forget looking at a run and being scared to do it.
I'm so scared.
And then the amazing feeling of actually doing that run. Those things cannot be taken away from me. They were so cool. But then Monday happened. This was the Monday before the event, and I had scooted out to just get a little bit more practice in before the weekend after I had finished my work early. It was raining, I got 3 runs in, they were feeling good. It was last chairlift ride of the day, and
got cocky, went off a jump, and busted my binding apart. So I used the lace of my snowboard boot to attach the upper part of my binding, and I'm just gonna have to take it really easy on this last run because I don't know if that's gonna hold it all. A little sketchy. It's nice and easy.
Now, at first I was proud of myself for problem solving and figuring it out, but I was also sore in my shoulders and my neck, and beyond that, I was kind of scared. The crash had come out of nowhere, and all of a sudden my confidence had gone from here to here. Despite that, the race was still gonna happen on the Saturday. So the Friday before, I knew I had to try and get back on the horse, try and snowboard again and not be nervous, even though I was still feeling kind of stiff. I hobbled together my binding with a different kind of clip piece to make it work, and I was terrified.
I'm here on Friday to help with putting the bank slalom together, and it's huge. I don't know if I can actually do this.
Then I had a very nerve-wracking night because I knew the race was the next day. I show up, I'm pumping myself up, but I'm scared. I didn't know how the banks would feel on my snowboard, and I was totally acting timid, which is not regularly a character trait for me. But I knew that if I stopped then, or if I said no to the race, that I would always have that fear. And I also knew, with talking to some of the snowboarders that I'd been snowboarding with, that I had the skills to do the course properly. I just needed to take it one step at a time and try my best. Run 1, push out of that start gate, and the first turn, little slide, and then it feels okay, and then I'm starting to make the turns, but I'm not trusting the banks very much, and I'm doing something that I know you shouldn't do on skis, but I'm doing it on my snowboard. So when skiers get timid, I'll often see them lean backwards. And what this does is it makes it so you cannot control the front of your skis. And it also makes it feel like you're gonna slip out at any second. And I'm doing this on my snowboard by putting the majority of my weight on my back foot. And it is making the snowboard kind of jut out from me. And I do this through one turn. I go over the side of the bank. It hurt, but I want to finish because I think if I finish this course, then I can build on it for the afternoon run. Oh yes, I didn't say this. So there's 2 runs in this day. There's your morning run and your afternoon run. And the cool thing is it's your best time of the day that counts. So the goal for run 1 was just to finish. So I kind of gorilla hop or frog hop my way up to the gate that I almost missed, and I finish the run. I come through the finish line. Mariko, one of the amazing all-star volunteers for the event, told me that my time hadn't actually picked up, and so I could head right back up and try again. Now, I hadn't realized that what I was doing technique-wise, and I was in pain. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was sore right now. So I head back up and I try second run and I biff it again. I fall right before the finish line and literally have to like cartwheel kind of and crawl over the finish line. I was ready to just take a deep breath and get sorted before I tried second run. And before we go into second run, I do want to do a little shout out. I was following our Adventure Ready crew workouts while I was doing this challenge. They are amazing because they take into account what you've already done during the week and then help you craft the perfect Adventure Ready workout and then help you make progress in the gym by focusing your other workouts on one specific adaptation or change. And if you want to join me in that, if you want to do those same workouts that I'm doing and get ready for all kinds of adventures together, then you should check out the link in the description below. We offer a 7-day free trial for that program, and I'd love to have you join it. Send me a message and try it out. So, we finished 2 runs. I'm a little terrified, I'm a little shaken, and I know I need to kind of get on my board and refigure what I'm doing wrong. And I run into one of my fellow ski coaches who was there with some of the race athletes that day. And I tell him what was happening, and he says to me, well, why don't you just get forward? And I do not know why I hadn't thought of this. I had been told it technically wise before, but my fear was making me lean back or put my weight on my back foot. And I just did not think about just forcing myself to exaggerate that forward movement. So I grabbed my lunch, I ate it on the chairlift, and I did a run where I tried to be as far forward as I could be. And all of a sudden I realized I was in control of my snowboard again. I could turn when I wanted to, and if I got nervous, I would just reset to forward movement. After that run, I felt way more confident. All of a sudden I felt like, okay, I can do this. I went up to the top of the course, I waited for them to call my number, and I got into that start gate, and my one-word focus was forward. We do not have video of that second run except for video of me triumphantly crossing that finish line because I made every banked turn. I moved forward whenever I felt nervous, and I leaned into it. And it's crazy, but I am more proud of that snowboard run than of a lot of the other things that I've accomplished that technically ended up with a higher placing or a faster time. All in all, I will always remember the time that I learned how to snowboard for a Fistful of Turns, and I feel so lucky to the volunteers that made that race happen. They did an amazing job. They made me feel welcome, even though I was a newbie, and so grateful to the experiences I had by putting myself a little bit outside my comfort zone, trading in 2 planks for 1. If you want to see some of the other challenge videos that we've done before, you can check out the link in the description below. Check out that 7-day trial for the Adventure Ready crew. Even if you don't commit to doing it full time, you might learn a thing or two. My goal is to help people get fit for life-changing adventures, and I certainly put this little race into that category for myself. I hope you have a wilder week, and we'll talk to you guys soon.